Hey guys. So I'm just going to take you through the steps in the way I make my tumbler cups. Um, I'm going to do a Christmas one, and I already printed out my logo, so I just need to prep my cup. So the first thing I do is I sand it to make sure that the paint sticks, or if I'm not painting, to make sure the Mod Podge sticks, because I tried doing it without sanding it once, and the Mod Podge didn't stick as it should. It started separating on the cup, and you can see. So I decided every cup I'm just gonna sand. So I did start that already. I sanded it. So now I'm just gonna clean it off a little. I just use rubbing alcohol or paper towel, and then I'm just gonna wipe it down. Just to get everything off of it. Give myself a clean surface to work with. All right. Now come walk with me to the other side. Here's my paint. And I'm just gonna put it on here. I use a spongy one. It's been working fine for me. So I'm just gonna paint it and pop it on my turner. I don't necessarily have to turn it because it doesn't take that long to dry, but I'll just keep it off the ground. I try to make sure there's no streaks, but with this brush, it's inevitable. Sorry guys, got the sniffles. I'm just gonna try and make sure it's as smooth as I can. My sinuses are killing me with this weather. I'm only doing white paint because my whole cup is going to be glittered out white for the Christmas theme. And I'll show you the logos a little later. But if it wasn't going to be a white background, sometimes I buy the cup that is closest to that color that I'm going to be using the glitter the most of. And it just helps it stand out. Just trying to make it even right now. with this lip here, this rim, it makes it a little bit more difficult because it bunches right there. And this paint dries fairly quick, so we won't have to wait forever. What's the damage? At least the glitter wasn't on yet. Alright, not bad, not bad. This is my first time using this holder method because me and my brother just made it yesterday. So I'm still tweaking my turner a little bit. What was I saying? Don't forget to do the bottom. Sorry, I was probably holding that all out of frame. But don't forget to do the bottom. Just go back over, make sure there's nothing hanging over the edge. That's gonna clump anything. All right, that is that. I'm gonna put it on my turner. Make sure this bad boy doesn't fall off on me again. And it's just gonna sit on there until I'm ready to use. So it's gonna dry, let it dry for a little bit, and then sorry guys. I'm gonna let it dry, and then we'll come back and see what's happening. Alright guys, so the cup is dry with just the paint, so now I'm going to glue it and glitter it. I put my Mod Podge on just a little foam plate, and I use a different sponge, still the little foam sponge, my regular Mod Podge. And I'm going to test these out. They are from the dollar store, but they're the extra fine white glitter still. Iridescent white. And then I got the bigger, little bit bigger chunks that I'm going to put on there also. Kind of looks like snow. I should do that more chunkier towards the bottom. They don't look like it. Oh no, snow's on top. Or it could be a blanket of snow. Either way. Let's see. So I'm going to dump some of this out on here. Just get those out of the way. I was doing this on my cup turner, but I have to figure out what's going on with this cup turner that we made, because it only makes half turns, not complete turns, and it's hard to cover everything when it's only going halfway around. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that, how I can fix it. Whoa. And it's supposed to make my life easier, but it's not for now. I try to go quickly just to layer it. It's making it a little bit more difficult having to do it like this. I don't know what that was. Trying to get it off my brush. But the first coat, I just tried to get on there fast. And then I'll even it out. It's harder to see on the white, but we shall make do. But then I'll even everything out. Try to make sure everything's covered. Looks like everything's covered. What do I want to do? I need to decide fast. Do I want to have the chunky on top or the bottom? I think chunky on bottom. It seems like it would look nice. I think I need a brush. Maybe this is little pieces from my brush coming off. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it's breaking like that. I want to make sure I get all the way up to the lip of the cup. That looks good for now. Paper got ruined. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Oh, crap. So not ready. So I'm going to get the top first. Gotta try and remember not to put my cup down on the paper, so I don't want it to ruin. I don't want to get glue on the paper. But I make a good layer along the top to make sure that's all covered. And bring it down. Try and keep it over the paper so it catches everything. This is going to need a second layer. I can tell that already. Shut up. I don't want to take time putting it back in the container right now. I just want to get this glitter on. And I'm going right below where that little edge is. Okay. Now quickly, I will get this back in there so I can get the chunky on. Almost got it all. And we'll do the chunky. I know I didn't paint the bottom yet, Mod Podge the bottom. That's because I wanted to be able to set this down if need be. This bottom real quick. And we'll have a chunky bottom. Alright. Not too shabby. So I'll just put it back on my turner and put it on this side. And that can sit there. It doesn't need to be on. It's not going to drip or anything. And that is that. Not bad. Definitely needs a second coat. Alright guys. Well, once this dries and I'm ready for coat number 2, I'll be back. Alright guys. Jesus. I'm gonna get ready to put the second coat on. But first I'm going to wipe it down to get all that loose off. Just a little light wipe. It was dry enough. Yeah. Feels like lots coming off. Alright. I've never had to do more than 2 coats, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with this one. I'm just going to start at the top. I'm going to make sure I get the lip. I'm going to go all the way across the top first. Just to make sure I'm covering everything. Get a nice, good layer on it. And I'll bring it down. I don't know, maybe that first layer was just too thin. Didn't seem like there was a lot of glitter on it. Or maybe it just seems that way because it's a white glitter. Or maybe because the blue is like shining through a little bit. I don't know. This one's giving me a little bit of problems, but nothing we can't overcome. Right, right. This layer is going to have a good amount of glue on it though. Mod Podge. Make sure it's nice and even. Alright, the top half looks good. On to the bottom. This little crease good. Bless you. And then sneezing up a storm over there. Need a little more Mod Podge. This one's going to be coated good. And I did the chunky side, the top half before the second half also because of this chunky. It gets all over the brush and I didn't want it to travel up to the top. Normally I would be done gluing the second coat, but like I said, I'm going to take my time doing this one since I can see it a little bit better. I'm going to make sure everything's covered. I'm going to make sure that edge doesn't have too much glue on it, puddling too much. Okay. I'm going to get my bottom. Crap, I forgot to open it again. Alright, same process. Starting at the top. Make sure it gets everywhere. And bring it down. What the crap is that? A little dark piece of glitter. Just gonna get this everywhere. And the other. This one looks a little better with the second coat. Side. I always keep these around because they come in so handy. Just want to make sure you cover it real good all over. Whoops. Damn it. Oh, not horrible. Didn't do too bad. Just a little smudge right there. Let's just glitter this bottom. I'm guessing my little setup might not be the best. It keeps falling out, but I have to tweak it. See how I can fix it. Okay. It doesn't look too bad. Coverage is a lot better. Alright, now this is going to dry. Alright, so I'm going to clean up. I'll show you. Looks a lot better. Okay. I will be back in a little bit after this is more dry. Okay. I let this one dry a little bit longer than usual, only because I piled it on there thick. So I'm going to take it off, wipe it down, and then I'm going to make my epoxy, and we're going to do the first layer. So just a light brush again to get any excess off. Alright. I'm just going to put it back up here for now. And get rid of this. I'm not going to save this. I should, but I'll put it to the side for now. That's stuck on there. Alright, let me get my epoxy ready. Okay. So I got my epoxy. Gonna have to buy more soon. Just about the same amount in both. So I must be measuring right. But I have them. Sorry. I have them labeled 1 and 2. And my cups are also labeled 1 and 2. Just so I don't mix them up. So I'm gonna do for this, it's a bigger one, maybe 20 milliliters each. Hopefully that'll be enough to cover the first round. I'm just going to fill it to 20. Some people mix them separate, but I just dump them in my cup and mix them. I'll mix until it gets a little clearer. And then I'll use another plastic cup with hot water and let it sit there for a little bit. So it gets the bubbles out. Because I don't have a heat gun or anything yet. But I will eventually. So I just get as much as I can out. And stir. Take it a little slow because I don't want too many bubbles in there. I'll scrape along the edges. Just make sure it's mixed real good. The cup looks like it's doing good. Looks like it's covered real good. I can still see some streaks from the tumbler, the blue of the tumbler. I can see it more in the camera than I can actually looking at it. But maybe that's where I'll put the logos at, the designs. Help cover it up and mask it a little. Well, there's nothing too exciting here happening. If anybody has any advice for me, because my tumbler, or my spinner that I made, it, what was I going to tell you? It grinds and makes like a high-pitched squealing noise. So I don't know if I need to put a washer there, like in the holes where the PVC pipe fits. That's my first issue. And the second issue is I got a rotisserie motor to power it to turn, but the motor only goes halfway, then it stops, and then goes halfway again, stops, goes halfway, stops. Just repeats that process. Doesn't make a full turn. I don't know why. I'm trying to do research on it and figure out what that issue is, but so far I'm not coming up with much. I've posted in a couple of my Facebook pages that I'm in and asking if anybody knows why that happened or how I can fix that. So I'm just waiting on a response. This is, probably can't see it, getting clear. This isn't something you can rush. Gotta take your time. Do it right. Thinking I'm not gonna, like the past couple cups that I've done, I've let it sit in the hot water for maybe 3 to 5 minutes to get all the bubbles out. But then it turns it super liquidy, like water. And it seems like it uses up more. I have to use more of it to cover the cups. So maybe if I don't let it sit there too long, it will still have a little bit of thickness to it, to the epoxy, and it'll cover better. I think I'm going to try that one today. Not doing it for so long. Only because it's a lot of coverage with a 30-ounce cup, 32-ounce cup. Because with the 20-ounce cups, I normally fill the medicine cups to 15 milliliters. And that barely gets it covered when I let it sit in the hot water for a long time. So hopefully this 20 milliliters will cover this cup. Well, this looks good to me. I'm going to turn my hot water on and get that ready. Let that warm up a little bit. Then I'll just use my gloves and I'll use my finger to cover the cup with the epoxy. Once we're ready, we'll let that water get nice and hot. Well, I can see the steam. And we'll go fill that cup real quick. I only got about half a cup of water. And I will let this just sit in there. And the bubbles will just start rising. Let me see if I can get you in there. Can't really see it. Blends in. But that is that. Once this is done, give a couple minutes. I will come back and we will start putting it on the cup. Alright guys, see you in a couple minutes. Alright. It looks pretty good. Looks like all the bubbles are just about gone. I am going to keep this right here in case I need to pull it off. Tape it. Because I don't want to get my handle all sticky with the resin. Just temporary hold. All right. Jeez Louise. I think we are ready. I'll use this hand. Use this hand. Then I have to reach back there. It's the same. I want to make sure I get it up to the lip of the cup. See, it's all super runny. It's thin. Gotta be careful with the bottom half of the cup. I'm just gonna make sure I get the top before I get the bottom real good. Because that glitter comes off easier than the fine glitter up top. Normally this isn't the technique I go about doing the cups, but I have to adjust because the tumbler turner isn't turning my tumblers. So just a little adjusting just to make sure this first layer gets on there nice and good. And then I'll turn it on and let it do its thing, and I'll just adjust it as it's going. this paste up a little bit because I don't want it to bubble too much. So nice little section right here for the top. And I can go on to the bottom. Get this bottom going. I want to make sure it's pushing over the rim down here so that gets covered. Yeah, I'm running out of epoxy already. I might have to mix a little bit more. I know I'm going to have to mix a little bit more because it's not going to be enough to cover. And especially the bottom, this part. Yeah, because I got a little section here still. It looks like it's covered all the way. Let me turn this bad boy on. Sure it's in there. Oh, I don't want it on this one. This one's giving me trouble. See, I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Or what I need to put in there to make the squealing stop. But that is annoying. Alright guys, that's the cup for now. Gonna let it dry and cure looks okay for now. Just wait for it to spread and flatten out. So that's gonna cure for maybe like 5 hours. Dry, harden, whatever you want to call it. Might switch them around because that's annoying, but I will get back to you guys and we will see how it is doing. Alright, guys. Hey. So I'm going to try and get my vinyl together. I got a couple different pieces that I need to put together. This is all going on one tumbler. Got a Christmas tree that kind of got cut off here and here. Everything was lined up here, but I already separated them, try and make them into workable pieces. But when I was cutting, I measured this wrong, so it kind of got cut off here a little bit and down here a little bit, but it is what it is. These are like the light bulbs on string lights that are going to go on here. These are the string, these are the bulbs. These are supposed to be blue, but I didn't have any blue, so I made them gray. And my little logo that I'm going to put on it says proud member of the naughty list. So right now I am going to, I cut these apart already. I haven't done this before, so I'm just going to try it to the best of my ability. I cut the strings apart, and I got to get one of each color, well, one of each of these and two of these onto these strings. So that's what I'm about to do, and put it on a transfer tape to get ready to put on to the mug, because it's been about 9 hours that I finished epoxying it. I just wanted to make sure it was completely dry because I took it off my turner. It was just driving me freaking crazy with the noise that it was doing. So I'm making sure that it was completely cured enough to put the logo on, because I don't want the logo, when I try and take it off after I put it on tumbler, to rip the glitter off. That happened to me once already, and I don't want to do it again. Alright, so these are going to be the easy ones. I gotta get these. I'm just going to cut these in individual pieces and just stick them right underneath. Seems like it'll be the easiest route to go. I could be wrong, but this is how I'm gonna try to attempt it. So we will see what happens. I gotta cut that closer so it can be butted right up against it, or I just take it off and put it on there. Let's see. Maybe it goes here. Hopefully it comes off this mat. How should I do it since there's two blue? They're two gray, I guess. Oh, you know what? This kit came with tweezers, which probably would be helpful right now. tweezers work out. Don't go anywhere. These things are pretty cool. Squeeze and they open. So let's get this off. I don't know where I should put it if I should. I'm going to keep them all in order because then it'll look like a string when they're hung up all uniform. This might take a little bit of time. Feel free to fast forward. These tweezers do help. I just hope it lifts off the way I'm thinking it should. My dog's going crazy on the floor. Well, this isn't too bad. Not taking up too much time. I should have picked a different color than gray, but gray doesn't look too bad. Not horrible. Just picking random ones. I took a picture of the way it was set up, but it doesn't matter. I still never found out what was wrong with the tumbler spinner machine. Probably gonna have to redo it or do a different style. I don't know, but it was loud and very annoying. These look pretty cute. My stepson wants a Chicago Bears mug. Like, oh, those are cool. Can I get one? So maybe I'll try and make a good looking one for him. I'm gonna do this one again. Or I can do the yellow and have silver last. Red is the start, silver is the last. There's two silvers in the middle. Maybe silver and last. This handy little scraper helps you peel it up. I love all these tools that came in here. I did not give myself enough working space. Next time I make multiple colors on the same mat. You gotta remember to space it out a little. I just made them all close and nice and next to each other, thinking that was gonna be easy, but probably not the best idea. Got all this space to work with, and I did it all up here. But that's how it works, right? Process of elimination, trial and error. You see what works best. I'm gonna try and stay up late tonight because I work overnights and I have school and work tomorrow. So I want to sleep during the day as long as I can before the kid gets home from school. I just recently got into the nursing program. So I start that in January. But right now I'm taking my last class, which is in chemistry. Not my cup of tea. I've never had to take a chemistry class before, and I'm glad I haven't, because it is a challenge. A challenge. Oh. But I did my homework tonight. I studied, did everything I had to do. So now I can just relax and sleep in. Study a little bit more tomorrow. Okay. Oh. So that part is done. These little scissors came in the kit. It has a little cover so you don't hurt yourself. A spatula to pick the stuff up. Tweezers. The weeder. Probably some other stuff, but this is what I need right now. Alright. I got some pieces that were already cut. I already used these. They're still sticky. So I'm going to do this one with the tree. This little scraper came with it also. So put the transfer tape on, give it a rub. Pick up everything. That's okay. And then peel it back. Keep your fingers crossed. Sometimes they still stick. Just go over it with the finger. Try and pull from the other direction. Bam! And we have our tree. Should I put it on now? Oh no, I thought I threw it away. I'm going to just put this on here for now, just so it doesn't get lost or ruined. This one I'll use for the words. I think I put it on the wrong side. I did put it on the wrong side. I guess you should put it on the shiny side. not too horrible. Oh, there was two of them. Is there two of them on there? Huh, maybe that's why. That was probably an accident, if that's true. Okay, put that on. Scrape it. Just so it sticks to the transfer paper. This one. And then peel it up. Just didn't come up right. Proud member of the naughty list. Oh, I don't want to put it on there like that. So I'll just leave this one. Okay. Is there one on here? I wish there was an easier way to get this off. Okay. There is another one. Let me just fold this corner. I don't know how many I can get across here, or if I should just do them in strips. And the waist one. Let me try it with one line first. See how it comes out. It's like super sticky, so just to make it a little bit less sticky, I seen the trick. Just put it on your clothes and take it off. That way it's not super sticky. I should do it one by one just in case, you know, the bulbs give me a hard time. Well, that one came up. Now let's take the backing off. Not too shabby. It worked. I'm thinking maybe doing them one by one, single rows. Might be my best option. I'll just have to get more transfer tape if needed, but I've been working with the same cuts for like all my projects so far, so it's not really a waste. I haven't used too much of it yet. Hug. so hard getting this off. What are some tricks to get this off? Because I see some people that just whip right through them. Like it's nothing. I'm trying to get multiple. But if you have some tricks to this, let me know. I'm gonna need it. All right. Yeah. Ooh. One more. I was messing with the acetone and it just ruined my nail polish. Just stripped it right off. That's alright. It needed to come off anyways. Alright, let me get these pieces off of here. Alright. Let me pause you guys real quick. Get my mug set up and I'll be back. Whoa. Okay, guys. I think I am going to put on the string lights first. That should go all the way across the rim. Just so I know how much room I got to play with the words and the tree. But after I took it off of my holder that was on the turner, I just put it on this bottle so it can finish drying. It didn't come out too bad. Still a little tacky, but all in all not bad. Hopefully good enough to just get these logos on. Alright, let's get this first one going. See if I can do it sideways so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't want it too high up on the cup, just in case I put my mouth on there or something, you know. I gotta do another layer of epoxy anyways, so. But it is what it is. Push it on. I don't want to leave it sit on there too long just in case it decides to get stuck. So cute. Now if I added correctly, did my math correctly, 4 of these should wrap completely around. With touching like they're connecting. So we're going to push it down good, make sure it's on there. That's number 2. Number 3. I don't think there can be too many logos on a cup. That's just me. The more the merrier. Number 3. And 4th and final. Let's see how well I measured. A little short. We'll just put it halfway. I measured. I really did. That is cute. All right. The tree. No, I don't see any. My little glitter mess up from when it fell. Just that little spot right there. We'll put the tree on that. Crap. Fuck it. This curve is going to be a bitch. Need all hands on deck. Stop touching. These little dips are hard. I really wish I didn't touch down there. possible. Stop touching stuff. Maybe I should start cutting them. You know, that way they're not so stiff. That might help. A couple little spots where it, well, it flattened out pretty good though. That's cute. I'm not going to put the other layer of epoxy on until tomorrow when I can run that loud machine without nobody waking up. So it's about 11 o'clock at night, or give or take. And last but not least, my saying. So it's there. I'm going to put it directly on the other side. Here we go with the bend again. Maybe I can get it. Sorry you guys can't see this part too good. I'm going to try and get the top half of the words on the top and the bottom half starting right on the curve. No! Get that on there. Oh, this fucking S. Oh, sorry. Stupid S. Try and stop the rest of the word from touching the cup. Going word by word. This one is still semi-new. That came out pretty cute. Not too shabby. And tomorrow I will epoxy. So we will get back at this tomorrow, guys. You guys have a good night. See you tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm finally going to do the last little bit of my tumbler. Just epoxy it one last time and seal everything up. All the logos are on. It's been about probably 2 days since I recorded the last section because my original spinner, it was just too loud. It wasn't working right, so I had to adjust, and I made a quick little second one, quick little cheapo one, which probably is going to be a lot better than the original one that I made, but this is it. I put some paper down over the board. So it's just a big board, and I mounted the motor and the brackets and kept the rod with my little holder. And it does complete spins now, so that's a plus. And this will be my first time trying it. I just mixed my epoxy. It's sitting in hot water right now. And I'm just ready to get this cup done so it can cure and I can use it. It looks like it's just about done. So I'm gonna, oh, that was supposed to happen. I wanna make sure it's in there. Oh shit, popping shit out. Put this little screw in so it won't jump up. Hopefully that's in there far enough where it won't hit. That's in there good. Should push that a little further so it's on the board. Alright guys. And I'm using my last little bit of epoxy, so hopefully this covers the whole cup. Let's turn this on.
There's an outage.
I want to make sure it's not going to hit that screw. Falling out anyways. But we'll see what happens. Alright, let's get going. I definitely want to make sure the top is sealed. No, it's sliding off. Never ends with this thing. I want to make sure all this is covered. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this stay on there. I don't want it to slip off in the middle of drying. We'll see how that works. Just stay on there, cup. This cup has been trouble. It's not even a cup. It's everything else. But this is the most trouble I've had with the cup thus far. I'm sure once I stop touching it, hopefully it'll stay on there a little better. The same concept, just going around it, feeling my way. You can feel the cup slip in. Hopefully this doesn't get on my floor. This would stay on there. The other one worked better, but let me try and get it on there real quick. Yep, I glued both of them on there. How am I gonna get this off? Alright, let me see if I can do this. Because it has a big old hole in it from the PVC pipe. So I'm gonna try and figure out a way to keep it in there. Ow. don't want to get touched. I gotta find me a football. Alright. Let's see if I can get this bad boy on there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just epoxied my counter. Let me get some down below. Feels nice and smooth. Don't you fall off. I'm gonna put it along the rim because I was just touching all over it. I'm just gonna let the rest of it even out as it spins. I must have jarred something loose when I was fiddling with it. Make sure the bottom's good. That's my dogs.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
And that is that. Hopefully it stays on there and we don't have any issues. It's not too thick of a coat, so hopefully it won't take forever to dry. Then I can just stand it up, and so be it. Alright guys, next time I come back, it should be the end. Maybe. Alright guys, I will see you in a bit. Okay guys, we are on our last and final step. Normally I wait till it's completely 100% cured, but it's good enough. I'm ready just to be done with this bad boy. It came out nice. It's smooth. So the epoxy went on real nice. After all the trouble that this tumbler gave us, it's still very nice. So the last step I'm doing is I'm gonna trim the edges here. Get all this glitter and epoxy off. After that, I'll clean it. Well, after it's 100% cured, I'll clean it. So this is just the easy part, so I figured I'd just get it done real quick. You just take your X-Acto knife. I'm not responsible for anybody cutting themselves, so be careful. I'm just going to run it along the top. And just trim everything off. I'm wondering if I should always do this, you know, when it's still a little soft, rather than completely hard. It might be a little bit easier to work with. It is coming off a little easier than fighting with it. But you don't want to go too far over the lip, because you still want it to have that seal. So like it's loose. That would be my luck. Blade come flying off, cut myself flat, cut myself on camera. I wouldn't put it past myself. And I'm just riding the lip, tilting my blade more so towards in the cup than back, because I want it to cut that way. Can always clean up the inside when I'm done. Pick at any epoxy that built up and made puddles in there. Like that big old chunk. Just stab at it and pull away. For the most part, it'll come right off. Wonder how long this video is going to be. I'm not going to fast forward anything. This is all just going to be straightforward. See exactly what I'm doing. Real time. Minus the days that I have to stop and wait. Alright, so it's all done. I'm just gonna fine tweak it a little. And nothing else is coming up on the blade. I'm just gonna finish off my circle just to make sure. Whoops. Kind of went down, stabbed a little. Got a little too happy. That seems about good. Once it's completely dry, I'll go over it again. I don't know how well you can see in there. That's epoxy inside. Not too shabby. But like with this epoxy here, where is it? Right here. So I'm going to take it, pop it off. I'll wipe the inside down with acetone. For the most part, guys, we are done. It's been fun. Thanks for watching. I probably put more videos up, so please feel free to subscribe and like my videos. Alright guys, you guys have a good day.